Ask the Gynecologist. I know it's been a while. I've been live. Definitely, it's been a while, and the reason is obvious. I've been in Lagos and I've been in transit up and down, so I've not had time to come up live properly. I'm trying to bring this camera very close to me so that we can get a good view. So, and I forgot my camera stand in Lagos, so this is a quick makeshift do for tonight's discussion. I want to say I'm so sorry, but while I was in Lagos, every day was pretty much a consultation day, and I couldn't come up live. People say they can't hear me on Instagram. Can you hear me live and clear on Instagram? Can everyone hear me live and clear on Instagram? If you can, please give me thumbs up. Hello, Liz Queen, Madubuke, Marianne Sherman, or Kel Watalabi. Yes, last week I was in Lagos and I did a live show while I was in Lagos. While I was in Lagos, I also attended a church to talk about infertility. And pretty much, I spent almost every day consulting at the IVF center. So I couldn't come up live. And whenever I was not even live, I was probably traveling interstate to visit different properties. So I was busy checking out different properties to see which one would suit our plans and our future plans. First of all, I want to say thank you everyone for your support all the time. I thank you so much. And also, I want to welcome and congratulate every woman watching me today. Today, as we know, is International Women's Day, and I want to celebrate every woman in my life, from my wife to my mother to every lady amongst our members on ATG, to all our moderators, and to everyone supporting us, most especially to our friends. Thank you, everybody, and I wish you happy International Women's Day. Let me tell you something. While I was in Lagos, I attended a burial of a close friend of my dad in the village. So while I was at the village, I was attending the church service. I was sitting close. I am my younger brother. He's watching now, Mr. Bola Lalade. We're sitting close together. That was last week, Thursday. And the officiating pastor of that particular church in our village was talking. And the guy said, and Mr. Bola is here, he can witness and he can confirm what I'm saying. And the man said, very old elderly man, he said that amongst three in this world while you're alive, he said, number one, you must have a male child. As soon as he said that toxic statement, I was upset. And it was obvious and very palpable amongst the people in that church that last week, Thursday, they were all grumbling. All the women there, even the village women, they were all grumbling that what is this man vomiting out from his mouth? And they were all angry. And initially, I looked at my younger brother, what? In the church. And I told, this was doing a beggar ceremony, okay? So I told my younger brother, is this man joking? I was waiting for the man to say he's joking, that's not what he meant. As soon as he finished that statement, he went to number two. He didn't even retract, re-edit, or have any remorse. And in fact, what amazed me most, not that he went to number two, is the fact that he put that statement on number one and he was not remorseful. That shows you the level of subconscious attitude of our people to women. I was upset. I told my younger brother, please let us start going to Lagos now. He said, we should just hold on. I said, okay, let's start going to Osogbo now. He said, we should hold on. I was angry. I'm like, is this man a joke? How can somebody? This man was born of a woman. And I'm sure that if this man falls sick, a woman will look after him. It's annoying. The immediate past deputy governor under Rauf Aregbesola for that state, Osun State, the immediate past governor. Now, this is not peculiar to any state. This cuts across all states in Nigeria. Excuse me for that statement. The immediate past governor, the immediate past deputy governor, the immediate past deputy governor, lady, expected lady, was in the audience in that day. And you can imagine that this lady, this madam, was a deputy governor, ran the state, and such men are level of subconscious lack of respect to man and to woman. Now, it is not that man's fault. It's the people around that have tolerated such nonsense. I'm not saying this because I have ladies around me. I'm saying this because I'm a man and I'm born of a woman. Okay? And even Jesus Christ that even established the church according to the... And Jesus Christ was surrounded by women. And in fact, if you're in any business today, and that business is not catering for women, you hardly make good gains. Hello, Chorio. Next, I was worried that such a man, respectable minister in the church of God, could have such level of depravity and respect for women. And let me tell you something. By the grace of God, since 2002, that I've been looking after women, that I became a doctor. I became a doctor in 2002, University of Lagos. Okay, I've looked after women. I have more respect for women, okay, than anything in this world. Because every person born in this world came through a woman. And the day you learn to respect women, that is the day your life in this world starts to be prolonged and you live in peace. You can, that man, if he's sick today, who will look after him? Not because of that, just because of the fact that people still don't understand that God cannot create human beings in this world. God cannot create people, half men, half women. Okay, so in this world, let's assume this world is 50% men now. How can God create 50% women and make them redundant? God has a purpose for a woman. As you're a woman listening to me today, let me tell you something. No matter what men around you call you, it is not your name until you call yourself that name. Don't allow anybody, man or woman, to dampen your spirit. Now, I want to speak to ladies too. Ladies too, on the fact that they want to elevate women's consciousness and subconsciousness. Some ladies go too far and go as far as to 8 men. Okay? If you're doing that as a lady too, you are committing the same atrocity that some such men are committed. As a lady, there's no need for you to hate any man. If you do, then how better are you? Then that's why you're giving those men reasons to hate women too. You live your life and let your light so shine that no person can dim your glory. Let God so reflect through you, in you, and within you, and even without, so that people will live and see that God has made you somebody. I'm a man. I'm proud to be a woman. To be a man, excuse me. You're a woman, to listen to me. Be proud to be a woman and fulfill your purpose. There's a reason why God created you to be. Okay? Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody bring your spirit down. What happened to me in that church that day is not new. I'm surprised, but it's not new. It's not peculiar. It is not unique. It just shows you how some men are today. My father, may so rest in peace, he had 11 boys and 1 girl. Okay, 1 lady, she's a doctor as well. And he made sure that she reached every level of height of success available. She's a consultant ophthalmic surgeon now. My dad made sure that she reached every level that she can. If today you're a father, you have women, you have babies that are girls or daughters, okay, ensure and move as far as you can to ensure that those girls are educated, that they are well knowledgeable. Because if they are educated and they are knowledgeable and they are smart and better and they are purposeful, they'll be able to choose men that are reasonable, not men that have mental lack. They'll be able to choose men as better, or they'll be able to choose better men as their husbands, so that they will even live more purposeful life. Because you're a woman, because you are a person able to bring forth children, don't dislocate your career. I'm not saying you should be rude to your husband, to your man. No, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that fulfill your passion, fulfill your dream. Don't let anybody truncate your story. Don't let anybody truncate your status. Don't let anybody break you. Be firm. Be assertive. Stand for what you believe in. I know our society in Nigeria is designed to bring women down. Our society in Nigeria is designed, even Africa, somewhere in Africa, is designed to make women suppressed. I know. But that should not stop you from attaining your purpose. That should not stop you for becoming God wants you to be. That should not stop you for being who you truly made to be. Because God has a reason for creating you the way He made you. Don't let what you're going through, don't let what you're passing through define your story. You're on a journey. And if you're a man too, you are able to bring forth ladies, daughters to this world. Ensure you raise them right. Ensure you empower them. Ensure you ensure that ensure that you ensure and reassure yourself that you made them to be able to attain the best they can. Now, so I want to wish every woman listening to me today happy International Women's Day. Today is a special day. I've taken a break from ATG because, not a break really, but it was just coincidence because I had to try this. In fact, during my discussion there, I asked to offer people free IVF because I could see and I could palpate people's pain. I could see and palpate people's fears. I had to offer people lots of free hysteroscopies. When you see a woman 65, you see a woman 51, they are crying, want to have babies, you'll be turned on. Your passion, your compassion and passion we have nowhere to be turned on to give them the best help you can. And this we're able to do at ATG IVF Center while I was in Lagos. God bears me witness. This is not to show forth anything, is to show that what drives us most importantly at ATG is the passion that people can have their own babies, can carry their own children, and can show forth and be purposeful in every area of life. You can see that I'm much darker anyway. The sun in Nigeria is not be here. It was about 32 degrees centigrade or so. I was sweating from every pore in my skin. But I thank God, it was amazing. You eat while you're in Nigeria, all those lovely, lovely food. It's beautiful. And I had lots of beer too. I've not had beer in a long time where I had to indulge myself. Now I have to jump now in and do some quality weight so that I can be fit again. My belly don't show like this, but anyway, we're gonna get there. Once again, tonight we will talk about how to banish infertility forever. Yes, how to banish infertility forever. One thing I've learned while in Lagos is that you should drink lots of water. If you're in Lagos or in that tropical climate, you drink at least 3 liters of pure water every 24 hours for you to be to sustain, to maintain, to retain, and to be able to maintain. You have to drink lots of water. I'm not joking. You have to carry your own keg of water everywhere. Your bottle of water, let it be with you. Drink water 24/7. At least 3 liters of pure water. It's essential. It's important. And also, most importantly, don't forget to exercise. While in Lagos, one thing I realized is that people need to be educated. Okay? People need to be educated. Most people, especially, and I'm so happy and amazed and impressed that the trend is shifting. The trend is changing. There's a tonic plate shift now in Nigeria. Husbands are coming for consultation with their wife, and I was amazed, and I'm still thrilled and so impressed because I spoke with a lot of couples, and you see the men asking questions. A lady I saw, a wonderful, beautiful lady, she came for IVF somewhere, it didn't work out. She came to our zone as well, it didn't work out as well. And when I saw this lady, she was ready to get angry that why did the IVF fail and why has it been failing. So I spoke with her, and I just felt some feeling in me that this lady free IVF. I also have free IVF that no need to pay anything, and immediately she busted into tears. She felt like hugging me, but I can't. I know me. I'm SU now. So I did all that, but I patted her on the back that don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's going to be well. Our husband called the next day. I missed his call, left a voice note. I was happy, and what gives me joy is not the fact that I gave her that gift. It's the fact that I know that somewhere in her heart, grateful and she's happy, and I've touched a soul and I've touched heaven. And by God's grace, God will make my life better too. If you're listening to me today, find a way of helping people around you. You don't have to give $1 billion, but one act of kindness, support can change someone's story. Today, as you know me, I'm going to open the floor to a series of questions, and I'm going to tackle everybody's question as much as I can today on this ATG. Once again, it's a new month. Today is March 8th. We're just getting there. We're just starting. I want to celebrate every woman listening to me today. It's a pleasure to be of service to women all over the world, and I'll still keep doing so if God permits. Emmy Ikatua, all the way from Edo State. How are you? And Gani Edashe, Ukukaya, Rasak, Fabulous Niyot, Glory Uncle Kunji, Christina, and all our moderators out there. People watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. I want to say good evening. Coco Ash, Boma Ichoko, God bless you too, my sister, and I celebrate you. Happy International Women's Day. Dr. J in the house. It's a pleasure. I know I've been away because I've been in transit in Lagos, and I couldn't come up live every day or more frequently as I'm that day. So I'm going to open the floor now, and I can see many faces coming up now, joining. Very Glam, thank you so much. Sugar Sophia on Instagram, Gani Adachi, Coco Hash, thank you guys. God bless you all. Welcome. Yes, cheers. Thank you. It was an amazing time, in Lagos, spending with the ATG staff. Spent time with a lot of people. We had fun. In Obioma, Vivian Frank Briggs, my pastors, Pastor Steve Adisa. I was at Pastor Steve Adisa's church, New Vision Baptist Church, and by God's grace, we're going to come back there again in June. All things being equal by the grace of God Almighty. Ukayata Dioye and Ebi Best Mercy. Kamso Christian. Wonderful. So I want to say something to you all today. You must respect every man around you. You must respect every woman around you. Women deserve even greater respect, because if you look at our upbringing, people that stood by us all the time, day and night, is just women. And women are one of the. And every woman you touch a family, you touch a soul, you touch generations to come. Show forth of kindness, show forth around you, and celebrate every woman around you. I celebrate my wife, my mom. I celebrate every moderator in ATG, all our staff in ATG Idea Center, and to all our members, online and offline. God bless you. CB Boss, I am Tomiwa on Instagram and on YouTube. Welcome. So we're going to open the floor now for questions and answers. If you have any question, you can ask them and let me answer them. To Annibal Regia, Grace Kalu, good evening. Gina Kalu on Facebook, good evening to you, and thank you so much for being here. Like I said again, I'm opening the floor for questions and answers. While at ATG, I always make sure that people understand the 5 tenets of getting pregnant. And what are these 5 things? There must be a man, there must be good sperm count. It's important, no joke about it. Good sperm count. Yes, I've been a pain. Mrs. Onyechi is in there. Yes, I saw you. You're amazing, and God bless you. God bless your husband. Yes, I did take a lot of photos, and yes, it was amazing. Glad this actually time, and as an ATG member, you should know it. If you're speaking to your friends in church, you should know these 5 things. You must tell them good sperm count. The sperm count must be good. It's not because the man will release and you see white pap. No, it's the thing inside the semen that is the most important. So when we say is what you see, the pap, but sperm are the things you can't see. That is the action. So there must be good sperm count. Ekaite Shalom, how are you? Good sperm count. That's number 1. Number 2, they must. When I say good sperm count, it's not just good sperm count too. The man must be able to deposit it inside. So there must be regular sex, regular intercourse, regular coitus. I remember when I was in the church service, new church, I was talking about semen count. I was talking about intercourse. I said people must have regular sex. Suddenly I realized that I'm actually in the church. I said, I'm sorry, it's not sex, it should be intercourse. So I changed it to intercourse. So anytime I won't say regular sex, I will say regular intercourse. Regular Kenny intercourse, not international intercourse. So it's important. That's number 2, regular intercourse. You must be having regular sex. What is regular sex? By my definition, regular sex is sex 2 to 3 times a week. Worst case scenario, every 3 days. If you're having sex every 3 days, you increase your chances of getting pregnant percent to 40 maximum of getting pregnant. 40% is failure. If you go to any class, you get 40% in the course or assessment, it's failure. So 40% is bad. Okay, so regular sex is the most important thing. Alimat Sadia, how are you? Vivian Diko, thank you so much. Oluwa Watimi and Emmy Byre, thank you. So regular sex ensures that whether you're ovulating or not, you're having sex. And some people, let me tell you, some people, they even get sex on day 8 of their period, of their cycle, sorry, and they get pregnant in that cycle. Because it's not just having sex when you can leave. Sometimes you even ovulate before your ovulation day. So by having regular sex, you're going to increase your chances of getting pregnant. Princess Eka, how are you? So regular sex is not sex in your ovulation alone. You that you're using Clear Blue to track your ovulation, well done. But the most important is skinny. Regular sex every 3 days, twice a week at least. What's the scenario? 3 days. And whenever you're having sex, always use pre-seed lubricant. Pre-seed lubricant, I always mention it here. ATG Love Lubricant. Pre-seed lubricant is a lubricant designed. Hello, Adewusi Tosin, how are you? Suzanne Akoye. Pre-seed lubricant is designed to make vagina comfortable, conducive, less hostile, and sperm motility friendly, especially to sperm. And it facilitates sperm transport, increasing the chances of pregnancy and improve sperm survival. So if you're going to have regular sex, you must always use pre-seed lubricant. It's essential. You must have it in your pocket all the time. It's paramount. No joke. Pre-seed lubricant, regular sex go hand in hand, especially for you that have low sperm count. With low sperm count, chances of pregnancy is low, but with lubricant, it smoothens the potholes, removes the go slow to sperm transport, and makes it very, very friendly and less hostile to sperm, especially to sperm transport. So pre-seed lubricant, confirm, you must get it. Okay, if there's no sperm, that's now you need to see IVF guy, okay, or see us at the ATG IVF Center, please. Number 3, what is important? You should be ovulating. You should be ovulating. And when I say you should be ovulating, I mean you should be releasing eggs. And how do you know that you're releasing eggs? We know you're releasing eggs by checking your hormonal profile. Your hormonal profile, these are the hormones that make sure or gives us indication to let us know whether you're ovulating, which always include your prolactin. I say all the time I say here, estradiol, LH, FSH, okay, testosterone, all these things, and your thyroid hormones, we do them, okay? We even check your rubella immunity. We do all these tests to know if you're ovulating. If you're ovulating, you're not having regular sex. If you're ovulating, sperm is not good, you're going to get pregnant, okay? Ovulation is important to getting pregnant, whether you're ovulating directly or indirectly. Directly means that you're the one ovulating. Indirectly means that you're using an egg donor. Ovulation must happen, whether you like it, no pregnancy. Ferwos or Somia, he or she is asking that what is the depth of penetration to get a woman pregnant, sister? Penis like this, like small like this, or that is as big like this can get a woman pregnant. I've seen penises that are as big like this, and the sperm count is trash. You can't get pregnant as far as you are able to deposit sperm in the vagina. As far as everything's okay, just put sperm on your finger and push it in the vagina to get pregnant. Okay, you just need to dump your bomb, dump the bullet inside the vagina. It will result in pregnancy as far as everything's working well. During sex, the womb sucks in air, sucks in sperm, sucks in everything from vagina inside. So you just need to deposit it in the vagina. Go with, just plant the seed and watch God acting. Okay, that's all. So if you want lubricant to be sent to you in outside Lagos, just call my office now. Talk to my secretary. She'll tell you what the cost of way bill is. Okay. If you have people that are in Lagos, they can pick it up for you. If you can, do way bill, then get somebody to pick it up for you. But if you can do way bill, talk to my secretary, Nike, and she will tell you the cost of way bill to wherever you want the lubricant to go. But you bear the cost of the way bill. But the cost of the lubricant is at its own price, it's stable. But to do way bill, let her know, she'll sort it out for you. Say Carrington, Great Lucky, John Ababis, Sokoya, Oluwasola Fumi, Angela Eze. How are you? So you must be ovulating, okay? And even if you're not ovulating, you're going to use egg donor. The egg donor must be ovulate for you to get pregnant. Hello, everyone on Instagram. How are you? Good evening. Dr. J here. How are you? And thank you, guys. God bless you. I can see you all. Most importantly, my love to you all. Now, number 3, it's important that we know that no blockage in your tubes. That is HSG, almighty painful HSG. By the way, HSG is not painful all the time. I know it causes discomfort, but it's not always painful, like your friends will tell you. Before you do HSG, we need to know your period. So we'll do HSG anytime from around day 5 to around day 9 of your cycle. Okay? We do HSG. Before you do HSG, we do Miss. Can somebody help me answer Miss J Martins on Instagram, please? Liz Queen, can you help me answer Miss J Martins? She's asking for the cost of lubricant. Thank you. Now, I'm in UK, okay? I come to Nigeria now often. I'm in UK. And sooner or later, I'll be in Nigeria very frequently. Anyway, all things being equal, if God permits. So I'm in UK. I'm not now, I'm just in UK. And I love America. I love the world. I love everybody. I love Nigeria. I love everybody. So you can see me wearing an American flag. It's just a design on my shirt. And that name there, Chidoba. That's the number plate there. It's a number plate design for state of Maryland, my wonderful state. Now, let's continue. So, we need to check that there's no blockage in the tubes. And how do we check that there's no blockage in the tubes? We do HSG. Before you go for HSG, you should take vaginal swab to check for infection in your vagina. And if there's any infection in your vagina, you must get it treated. Tubes must be open. If there's blockage in the tubes, okay, you can get pregnant. I was talking with a lady today. She's done HSG. The both tubes are blocked, and she's asking why can she get pregnant? Because the tubes are blocked. As far as the tubes are blocked, the eggs cannot move. So the eggs cannot move and get into the womb, and therefore pregnancy can happen. Doctor, my tubes are blocked now. Can I unlock it now or unblock it now? You can try iodotubation to help to but in most cases it only works 2 to 4%. So once the tubes are blocked, I don't advocate working yourself. To be honest with you, you have to be realistic and avoid denial and then move ahead and consider IVF. I'm not selling IVF. Yes, I do sell IVF. Yes, but I have to tell you the fact. The fact is that if tubes are blocked, IVF will be the next option. And if you waste your time passes. The more you get old, the older you are, the chances of ovulation starts to fall drastically. Great, Abyss, John, thank you so much too. It was happy. It was a happy time for me to see you as well with your wife, and it's amazing. I saw a lot while I was in Lagos. It was they were in a hurry. They couldn't wait. Apologies for that. But most importantly, I want to say I'm so grateful that I met so many people, beautiful faces while I was at the ATG IVF Center last week. Most importantly, the last thing that must happen to ensure that you're getting pregnant is that we must check your womb. The womb is the soil. The womb is fertile ground. Noble Queen, thank you. Surprise someone concept, thank you so much. The womb is the fertile ground and it must be good to ensure pregnancy can implant. No, that's number 5. We must scan you to check your ovaries are okay. There's no ovarian cyst or some sort of a fibroid in the womb cavity that's going to affect implantation. And if there's fibroid, there's ovarian cyst, we know where it is, how we can tackle them. If there's endometriosis, endometrioma that we can see if possible on scan, how we can tackle them. You must do a scan because some people, they even have ovaries, they don't know. So a scan will show you all this, that yes, there's a womb there. What use it is if you have a good husband that got good sperm, you're having regular sex, but there's no womb and ovary, or there's a malformation in your womb. Some people, their womb is abnormally shaped. Their womb has 2 cavities. Their womb has a thick band inside, and it's going to disturb baby's growth. All these things will show, if possible, or be seen on scan. That is why it's essential for you to do scan to start your pregnancy journey. So number 1, sperm must be good. Number 2, your sex. Number 3, you must be ovulating. Number 4, you must have no blocked tubes. Number 5, scan to check your womb and ovaries. Another thing that is important in getting pregnant is rubella. Most people in Nigeria or places in the world, they find immunization to rubella when they were small or young. Some people didn't have it. Some people had it, but their vaccine wasn't potent enough to evoke that antibody reaction in them. So they're not immune to rubella. And if you're not immune to rubella, because if you get pregnant and you contract rubella in your first 12 weeks of pregnancy, it can cause damage to baby's ears and brain, making baby deaf, making baby malformed, or even causing miscarriage. That is why before you start your pregnancy journey, we must get vaccinated and immune system built antibodies against rubella so that you don't contract rubella in your first few weeks of pregnancy that will cause malformation in baby. It's important, it's no joke. I know you're saying now, God forbid me. It's our Nigerian language. God forbid, it can't be me. It can be anybody. That is why we have been proclaiming this gospel of fertility, women's health for the last 7 years online on social media and since 2002 by the grace of God. It's important that you don't take these things for granted. And if you listen to these things, call your friends to come and listen so they can partake in your life. A question here by Fewo Sosomia. What is the difference between fertile period and ovulation period? I don't know what you mean. What you mean is fertile window and ovulation. Is the day you will pop egg, but fertile window contains contains the day before you ovulate and a day or two after you ovulate. The reason is that your fertile window must contain the day you release egg. Now, you can get pregnant, okay, even if you didn't have sex on your ovulation. If you had sex 5 days before you ovulate, you can still get pregnant because sperm can live up to 3 to 5 days. Very rarely up to 7 days. Some sperm are very, very good. They can live in the vagina up to 7 days. But most sperm will live in the vagina or in the womb, for up to 5 days. That is to say, if you ovulate today now, your fertile window will be days. Your ovulation day is just a day, the day you release egg. Your menstrual cycle is everything. From the day before you ovulate, menstrual cycle is much bigger, up to 21 to 33 days. Ovulation is 1 day. Fertile window is about 5 days, okay? Doctor, when should I stop taking folic acid after pregnancy? If you're pregnant, you can take folic acid for up to week 12. But if you want, you can take it all through pregnancy. But folic acid is essential to take up to week 12, 13 of pregnancy, okay? 40 years, you have adenomyosis and you try and have an open myo. What does it mean? I don't know what you mean, Sheila Phillips. If you have fibroid, it can be removed depending on the location. If fibroid is out, it has to be removed by open myomectomy, if that's what you meant. But if your fibroid is within the womb cavity, it has to be removed by what we call hysteroscopic myomectomy. Are you meant to take pain reliever before going for HSC? Yes, I would advise. If you're going for it, take some painkillers at least 1 to 2 hours before going for the HSG. It helps to make it comfortable. And if you can also add Buscopan as well, it helps. Anytime I use PC lubricant, I feel you have an infection. You went for tests, it says you don't have infection. What is the cause? Probably you're not using enough lubricant, okay? Or probably for some reason the lubricant is not working for you. Then you can stop it. But it's very, very unusual for PC to cause problem, okay? Because it's designed to make you feel comfortable. But some people do, yes, might have problem. I can't say 100%, but it's very, very rare and unusual. So you might want to stop using the PC lubricant if that's the problem. How can someone know you have PCOS? By doing ultrasound scan. If you have a irregular period, you've done scan, you've done your hormonal profile, all these things could point that you have PCOS. We'll see some cysts on within your ovaries on scan. How can one calculate menstrual cycle if you have a irregular period? If you have irregular period, forget about cycle because you're going to be confused. If you have a regular period, the first thing first is to know why you're having a regular period. First of all, you should check your hormones to see if there's any hormonal imbalance that we can fix that is the reason for you having a regular period. I'll suggest you should first of all fix your regular period, then you can able to calculate what your cycle is. I've answered your question. Sophia Wilson Eze, I hope I've answered your question as well. What causes scanty period? Noble Queen, UK. Scanty period could be because maybe your cervix is blocked, it's the scar tissue, or you have hormonal imbalance. Obviously, do scan, hysteroscopy, do cervical examination to know. And sometimes, too, if you've had treatment on your cervix, for any problem, it can make you to have scanty period as well. Or if you've had a bad, difficult D&C in the past, it can also cause scanty period. Thank you. Your cervix is always coming out. Then you need to cervical prolapse. It's very common in old age, but if your cervix is coming out, you need to see a doctor quickly, gynecologist, and get examined. I saw a lady today, she's about 84, 80, and when I examined her, her whole womb is outside between her thighs. The whole womb, everything, as in the whole it's like a tuber like this, is outside from vagina. That's what we call prolapse. Okay, I had to push it back in, put a pastry there, and we're going to see and decide whether we can do operation for her. She's quite old. She has issues with able to comprehend what we discussed. Can someone that have fibroid with no pain, get pregnant? Yes. It depends on where your fibroid is, Abigail. If your fibroid is within your womb cavity, it should be removed. But if it's outside your womb, then let me talk about over and over again that fibroid can be in 3 places in your womb or even more. Also, it depends on your number of fibroids and how big each one is. 3 things matter in fibroid: the number, the position, and how big the size. Size, number, position. Can someone with fibroid? Yes, Abigail, I already answered. Abigail. Okay, I already. So, question here by Alamina. What do I do if I've noticed you don't ovulate? Your hormone is balanced, okay, and you've used letrozole, clomid. So, if your hormone is balanced, okay, you've used all these things, clomid, letrozole, nothing's happening. We need to check your husband's sperm count. We need to check your HSG. We need to check all these things to know whether you're having regular sex, okay? All these things will let us know what, because if you're not able to get pregnant, then something must be wrong amongst these 5 things I've mentioned, okay? Right. And Chidima Audi, thank you. Obi Noma, what drugs can one use to treat infection? Yeast is safe during pregnancy and it can treat yeast infection. Yeast infection is our most popular PDF on ATG. People love reading it. In fact, it's our first PDF. I was in clinic that day and I was seeing a lady that had recurrent thrush, and I can see immediately that every woman out there is going through the same thing. And that was the first day I decided that we should be doing PDF for ATG. And that PDF for yeast infection was the first one I designed, first step in ATG, and it's still the highest, and I mean, it's still the one yielding biggest sales on ATG. The PDF on how to treat yeast infection, whether you're pregnant or not, that PDF contains. I'm still here. Oh, I'm still here. My volume is okay. So in that PDF, which is our first PDF designed by me because it was my idea that people will need small labels like this. That PDF contains every treatment to treat yeast infection, whether you're pregnant or not. What are the chances of a woman with adenomyosis and fibroid getting pregnant? As far as your fibroid is not within your womb cavity, okay, it's not inside your womb cavity, your chances of pregnancy is very good. Depends on where the fibroid is. If it's obstructing your tubes, no matter how big or small it is, it has to come out. So it depends on not just the size of fibroid, the number, the position as well. So fibroid is important. 3 things: the number of the fibroid, the position, and the size. Those things will determine whether they can cause problems regarding infertility. Can one of our team step us out? Fibroid depends on 3 things: size, number, position. And those things can affect your ability to conceive if you have fibroid. Okay, to get a PDF for the yeast infection, Hope White wants somebody help me see the link for Hope White to get the PDF for yeast infection. She needs it and she wants to give it to somebody to read. Doctor, am I to do IVF with you? Do I have to repeat all the tests? If you're coming to do IVF, all the tests you would do and your husband is already included in the price. So don't even worry about the price because it's been built in, because we need you to do all these tests anyway. So you won't pay any extra money for doing the test. It's all included in the whole IVF procedure. Okay, that is for Fire Share Agbare. Please come to the IVF Center. We are still giving the discount to people that want. A foundation give us 25% discount for every person that comes for IVF. in the month of March. It's still on. It's not from us. It's not from us. It's not a promo. It's a foundation that gave it, and we that are giving us, and we're going to give to people that need it. Okay, it's not a promotion service from us. It's a foundation that wants to remain anonymous. Okay, meaning of PID is pelvic inflammatory disease. Whenever you have infection of your womb, your ovaries, your tubes, you see that is called PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. Pelvic inflammatory disease. When infection moves into your tummy, into your womb, into your ovaries, into your tube. Who can idea here? What's the price of IVF? There's no fixed price of IVF. And the reason is simple. IVF comes in 4 phases. Some people, they'll use their own egg and sperm. That's one. Number 2, some people, they'll use husband's sperm and they'll use egg donor. That's number 2. Some people, they'll use their own husband, their own egg. They use husband, they use sperm donor. That's number 3. Some people, they want to freeze the egg. Some people, they want to choose gender. Some people, they will need their surgical sperm extraction. All those extra bits. That's another bit. So it depends on your story. So because somebody come for IVF now, they're using their own egg and sperm. Their own is cheap. You come, you want to use donor sperm. You want to use the donor egg. IVF will be different cost now. If you come now, you want to do the gender selection, you want to choose only a boy or only a girl, it's another cost entirely. So IVF is not one price for everybody. It depends on your story. It depends on what you need. It depends on your challenge. It depends on your result. It depends on what will make you pregnant. So if a woman comes to me now, her husband has 0 sperm count, she's going to need sperm donor. Our price is different from somebody that doesn't need sperm donor. It's the honest truth. That is why it's difficult for me to say IVF is this price. I'll just be talking trash, and I can't talk trash. Okay? So when you say cost of IVF, I can't say because I don't know what you need. Okay? Because if I say is this cost, what if you now need this sperm donor? You need egg donor. You need to freeze your egg or freeze your sperm for some. You want to do gender selection. You want to do this or that. How do we fix the price? It depends on your story. Okay? Very good. So what you need to do is that come to my office. Okay? See my doctor there, my doctor, and she'll send your results to me. And then we'll be able to know what exactly you need for your IVF procedure, so that we give you exactly what works for you, not what works for somebody else. By saying this is it, everything is close, but they come in different sizes. Because somebody is going to wear size maximum large for t-shirt, doesn't mean you want to wear the same thing too. It's only going to be a different size. Centimeter posterior intramural fibroid infertility? No, very unlikely. It's not going to cause infertility. But if it's causing you pain or every period, take it out. Can ovulation happen without menstruation? Yes. Ovulation can happen without menstruation. Very unlikely, but it's very, very possible. Okay? You want to get to the hospital? Ukayat Adeoye. Can somebody help me give you Ukayat Adeoye the address to HG? This constant period cramps is usually due to progesterone. Okay, we can give you some painkillers for that, some hormonal treatment for that to reduce the pain. I don't have to do in UK. If you have high level of prolactin, it should be treated with Bromocriptine or Dostinex. Okay, thank you, Gloria, for sending the link to Ukayat Adeoye. Okay, Liz, 1. How are you? Okay, Liz, well done. Where's J1 Ultimate? I can't see J1 yet. Can PID be mistaken for PCOS? I don't think so. Can PID be mistaken for PCOS? I don't think so. Okay, there are 2 different things. My precious culture, Listrits and lights, Floxygen. You just did fibroid surgery to a month now. What do you need to do? First of all, heal. You need at least 6 weeks to fully heal internally. Your stitches are healed outside, but they need to be healed inside. So give yourself at least 6 weeks to heal fully. Some will say 3 months. Then by that time, by the end of the 6 weeks to 3 months, you should start having a regular period. Once you have a regular period, start having sex to get pregnant, okay? Sophia Wilson Eze, thank you. Can somebody help me give Sophia Wilson the link for the yeast infection treatment? And thank you for giving Jenny Lobeski the link to our office and our center. Queen Fizzy, Sunshine 2747. Do you fire share Agbare? Do I do IVF at my center? If I'm there, I do it. But I've been there only once now. But we have capable doctors that are very experienced that do IVF, and they have everything they need to ensure that it's successful. Can you help me give Chinyere Lydia the address of their office? Can somebody help me give Chinyere Lydia address of ATG office? Anna Aba, Abuja, by God's grace. We are coming to Abuja next, okay? All right. Thank you everyone for watching me today. I really appreciate you. Once again, I want to say Happy International Women's Day. It's a pleasure to be here, to be back online again after a long break while I was in Lagos. I wasn't breaking from ATG anyway. We were just busy. I was just busy at the center all last week. Okay. Oh yes. So I was just busy at the center all last week because then I was in transit back home. So welcome once again. Thank you everybody. God bless you. See you soon. Much love. Alola Dia. Bye bye.